Have you ever looked back and regretted something that you didn't do, or because it felt too uncomfortable? Maybe you didn't apply for that dream job, you didn't travel alone when you had the chance, or you didn't speak up when you should have. We've all been there, and those single moments of choosing comfort over risk can have lasting consequences. Howdy, everyone. My name's Aryan Mehta, and today I'm going to persuade you with one of the most important changes you can make in your life: learning how to step out of your comfort zone. Today I'll be covering three main points. One, I'll explain why staying in your comfort zone limits your growth and opportunities. Second, I'll show how stepping out really rewires your brain and changes your life trajectory. And third, I'll give you practical real-world strategies you can make using stepping out a habit. Now, to my first point. Staying in your comfort zone may feel safe. But it comes at a real cost. According to a 2022 article in Psychology Today, our brains evolved to avoid the unknown because unpredictability means danger. But in modern life, this instinct, it sabotages us. How many times have you said no to something because you were afraid of looking foolish? Or, you just didn't want to look dumb. You didn't want to look stupid. You, maybe you were at a networking event and you didn't step up and say hi to someone that you wanted to. Maybe you didn't step up for a leadership position because you felt like you weren't qualified enough. Or maybe you didn't even take part in a creative project because your brain was limiting you to thinking you weren't capable enough. Comfort tricks us into thinking we're okay by keeping us exactly the same. Let me share a personal story. When I first started public speaking, I was terrified. My voice shook. I avoided eye contact like I am right now because I'm not doing it much. I used to kick my feet. I used to fiddle with my hands. I even skipped class out of giving a speech once. But by avoiding it, I didn't just avoid fear. I avoided growth. According to a study from the University of Chicago, people who routinely avoided discomfort reported lower overall life satisfaction and fewer achievements over time. Now that we know the risks of staying in our comfort zone, let's see what really happens when we decide to step out of it. Stepping out of your comfort zone doesn't just feel empowering. It literally changes your brain and life direction. According to a Harvard Business Review, challenging new experiences creates neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to form new pathways and connections. It helps you learn faster, solve problems better, and become way more emotionally resilient. Now let's take a look at this diagram that I made. This shows the journey out of your comfort zone. As you can see, the leftmost side is your comfort zone. This is where you feel safe and you're in control. Just past that is the fear zone. That's where you deal with self-doubt, you make excuses, and you worry about others' choices and opinions. But if you cross the fear zone, you're in the learning zone, where you start acquiring new skills, you learn past your comfort zone, and you start tackling challenges. And finally, you're in the growth zone, which is right here. The growth zone, that's the big one. That's where you set new goals, realize your aspirations, and find your purpose. This is a clear map of what it looks like to actually grow. But don't worry, it's just not a magic leap. I can't be in my comfort zone today and be in my growth zone tomorrow. It's going to take time, and it's a progression. According to American Psychological Association, exposure to manageable challenges over time reduces anxiety and strengthens confidence. The more you practice stepping out, the easier it gets. So how can you make this journey a part of your life? Well, let's talk about the change starting today. First, start small. Don't feel like you need to make a big change. Don't feel like you need to go and move to a new country or take huge risks. Start small. Micro discomforts is what I call it. Talk to someone new. Volunteer for a new project. Maybe even try a hobby that you know nothing about. Second, schedule your discomfort. Pick one thing once a week and put it on your calendar. Treat discomfort like an appointment that you can't skip. Third, reframe fear as excitement. According to Harvard Business School, simply telling yourself I'm excited instead of I'm scared can boost your performance in any aspects of life. Fourth, get an accountability partner. Tell someone your plan for stepping out this week and ask them to check in. Research shows social accountability dramatically increases follow-through. Finally, celebrate progress. Who doesn't want to do that? Every time you choose growth over comfort, even in tiny ways, you're building a more confident, resilient, and capable version of yourself. Think about this for a moment. What is one thing you've been avoiding to do and it feels uncomfortable? Imagine how your life could change if you started to do that today. Today I covered three main topics about learning how to leave your comfort zone. First, staying in your comfort zone limits your growth and opportunity. Second, stepping outside rewires your brain and transforms your life. And third, You can make this change with simple, practical strategies today. Learning to step out of your comfort zone isn't just helpful, it's essential for anyone who wants to grow, achieve, and live fully. So I challenge you, the next time you feel fear, discomfort, or uncertainty, don't back away. Step forward, because everything you want in life is just outside your comfort zone. I'm going to leave you with a little quote that I came up with. Once you leave your comfort zone and you seek discomfort, you'll enter your growth zone, where you will grow as a person and you become a new version of yourself that you didn't recognize a few weeks ago. Thank you so much.